Now we've got an old friend in the studio today, and that's the 2021 Stingray giveaway Gladiator. And our winner Wayne has been out using this Jeep like it was designed to be used, and that's out on the trails. Including this past summer, he went out and did the Rubicon Trail. Nice and easy. And with its big rocks and the gnarly terrain, well, the Rubicon Trail did a number on these all aluminum Armor Lite sliders from LoD. Now I've got to say two things about that. One is those Armor Lite sliders were never designed for trails like the Rubicon. And two, they did a really good job at protecting the sheet metal. And that's what sliders are all about. Now, a couple months ago, LoD has released their all-steel Destroyer series sliders. And they share the same steel bracketry as these Armor Lite sliders. So in theory, we should be able to unbolt these aluminum bodies and bolt up the steel Destroyer series bodies. And that's what we're gonna do today. We started by removing the 12 retention nuts from the back side of the slider brackets. And with those gone, the slider bodies come right off. Now these things are beat, so we're gonna get those out of the way. Then while we were cleaning all the grime from the brackets and the rocker panels, that's when we noticed that those aluminum sliders were flexing enough to move up into the rockers during the bigger hits on the trail. So we did get some damage from the Rubicon. The new Destroyer series sliders are formed from sheet steel and then welded together, and then they're powder coated for durability. This new steel slider body will be much stiffer than the aluminum bodies that they're replacing, and that'll help keep the rockers from further damage. Now for hardware on the Destroyer series sliders, LoD uses a backing plate with holes cut in them for carriage bolt. To make assembly easier, we used a couple dabs of silicone on each bolt, setting the backing plate down onto the carriage bolts and then let them set up overnight, basically gluing them in place. Then when we're ready for the install, we're not trying to hold the slider in place and align the backing plates and get the bolts in. It's just so much easier. We can slip the bracket assembly in behind the mounting flange, slip one bolt end in, screw on a nut, then pivot the other end of the bracket up into place and secure with another nut. Now when you're ready to get the slider up into place, it's best to have someone help you hold the slider body up, at least until you can get the first couple backing plates in place and nutted down. Make sure to use a little medium strength or blue Loctite on all the hardware. Then wash, rinse, and repeat on the other side. Now we did use a tape measure on both sides to make sure that you get them in the same position, front to back. So there you have it, swapping out those Armor Lite aluminum sliders with a set of the new all-steel Destroyer series sliders from LoD. And as you saw, it wasn't that hard to do. Now if you want to see how the brackets are installed, take a look at our Armor Lite series video and you can see the install there. Now we'll have a link for that down below in the description box. You'll also find a link to where you can get a set of these Destroyer series sliders for your Gladiator, and a link for the rest of the LoD products here at Northridge 4x4. Now in the meantime, let's take this thing outside and do a quick walk around in the daylight for a closer look at these Destroyer series sliders.